Okay, Lotus. We have sent your mom the link. Ready to get you going. Hi. Hi, cute girl. Come here. Alright. Get this harness off. Okay, looks like we're up and we're live. Welcome to the live stream. Today we have Lotus. She's a little Yorkipoo who unfortunately recently just came down with some sort of lameness in her back left leg, and they're trying to figure out what the injury is or if it's arthritis or what, they don't know. So we're going to be very careful of her hip, knee, and ankle. And if you don't know me, my name's AJ. I've been a pet groomer for 15 years, and I've actually been working with dogs since I was like 8 years old. So it's been like 25 years. I've worked with thousands of dogs, and today I'm going to show you how I groom this little dog named Lotus. I'm going to go ahead and get started with her nails, and then we will do her pads after that. Here, Lotus. Hang on, big girl. Hang on. Come here. Can I see your foot? So I'm flipping her foot upside down to be able to see the underside of the nails. And then I'm looking for the signs of where I can start making the first cuts. And with Lotus, she has a little bit of a hollowed out section on the inside of the nail, and I'm starting by cutting just barely into that section, and then I'm looking at the pulp on the inside of the nail to determine if I can keep cutting. The pulp is usually a white flaky substance, but when you get close to the blood supply, it turns into a dark, moist circle. In this case, it's black with Lotus. Sometimes they're kind of a pink circle if the dog has more clear nails. And once I see that moist circle, I know that I'm done cutting, and I move on to the next nail. Okay, that foot's all done, and we're just going to repeat that process for the other 3 feet. Good. Check for dew claws. Looks like they've been removed. Okay, now for the hard part. Let's see if I can get her to sit. Can you sit? Sit down, Lotus. Sit. Good girl. No. She'll probably let me do this back left foot. That's not the hardest part, because right now all of her weight is being balanced on her good leg on the right side. Hard part is trying to pick up that good leg and figuring out how to get that done without putting extra pressure on this bad leg on the left side. It'd be nice if she would sit. There we go. You stay right there? Oh no. She's sitting and her foot's completely under her belly. Hey, can I see that leg? Can I see it? Please. Please. Good girl. That's a good girl. So it looks like she's actually wearing these nails down a little bit more. It's not dramatic, but I'm not able to cut off as much on this foot, which means that she's definitely doing most of the weight bearing on her back end is on this right leg. Or at least more than normal, which makes a lot of sense because she's got that injury. Okay, nails are all done. Oh, hang on, we go. Let's not sit that close to the edge. Now we're going to shave her pads. So got a number 10 blade. I'm actually going to shave her face with this number 10 blade first. Okay, okay. There we go. Good girl. Hang. Wait. 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 Sit. Looking up. Slow. Slow. Drop. No. Hold still, Lotus. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Running. Running. Good girl. Close. Yep. Yep. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. And I'm going to shave the inside of her ears. shaving the inside of the ears is that it shortens all the hairs that are on the surface of the ear canal. And when I go to pluck for ears, I won't accidentally pluck those hairs that are on the surface or the outside. I'll only pluck the hairs that are inside the ear canal. And we pluck the hairs at the inside of the ear canal to allow more light and air to get in there, and that helps prevent yeast from building up. Okay, the face is all done. So we're to the inside of her ears. I'll go ahead and grab my hemostats now, and I'll pluck her ears as well. Like I said, trying to only pluck the hairs that are growing down inside of the ear canal, not the ones on the surface. She does not have too much hair growing down in there. There is a little bit. Okay. Inside of her ears are all plucked out. Now I can shave her feet and her sani. Sit so close to the edge, baby. Stay right there. Wait. Okay. Wait. Come on, Lotus. Yeah, okay. No. Okay. Good girl. I know. I know. What's that? What's that? Hang on. Hang on, Lotus. You're okay, little one. I got you. No, none of that. None of that. Good. There we go. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's go, little one. Almost there. Hang on, Lotus. Hang on. So Lotus doesn't really want me to shave her pads right now. She's wiggling and pulling her feet away and doing lots of little warning stuff with putting her mouth near my hand and the clipper. she would possibly nip me if I was to ignore all of those signs and just bulldoze forward with what I want. But I'm trying to slow it down a little bit, wait until she's not actively telling me to stop doing what I'm doing, and then I go back to shaving her pads. It's kind of like the little give and take. As she asks me to stop, I will ask her back, like no, I don't want her to be putting her mouth doing those little warning stuff. So I pause with the clipper, do the little correction, and now that she's not doing it, I'm going to go back to shaving. Wait. She's got some sap stuck in this foot. Wait. And she also doesn't want to shave. No, she's been a wiggle worm. I'm going to go ahead and pop a shorter blade on. I don't typically use my 40 blades on the pads, but she's got some really tight stuff in here. I need to support this side because I don't want the weight on this back weaker leg. I'm going to try this grip with my arm underneath her belly to help support some of the weight. Stay. Stay. Hang on. No, Lotus. Wait. It's okay. No, hang on. Hang on. She fell right there because she was trying to tug away and her back leg couldn't support the position she ended up in. So I'm going to try to hold her body a little bit better with this left hand while I shave her foot. Okay, we got it. Whew. It was a little hard. A little funny angle. Like the back side of my shoulder is tired now. Okay, let's get this back foot now. Let's see if there's any more sap in either of these back feet. Doesn't look like it. Should be okay. I'm going to take this 40 blade off. Put 10 back on. Come here. She just loves hanging out right on the edge of that table. Right on that edge. Stay here. Good girl. Stay. I'm trying to very gently hold on to this leg and very gently lift it. Normally, the highest position that I would want to hold the leg is just below the hip by coming back with it, kind of bending the knee and having the foot come up. But in this situation where she has an injury, I want to keep it even lower. And then let's see if I can hold her weight, shape this back foot. Okay, good girl. Flew through those back pats. Good job, Lotus. I'm going to go ahead and shape her bum. Make sure she doesn't have any crusties. And then I would like to shave privates. I need to grab a different blade now. Should have shaved the privates first. Oh well. Go ahead and gently lift this leg. Okay, now we are ready to give her a bath. Give me just a moment. I'm going to get the camera and back turned on, and then we will give little Lotus a bath. First thing I'm going to do is warm up the water. Okay, now I have this bathing system that mixes the soap for me, but it does requires high pressure water to do it. So I will only use the bathing system on her body and legs. And I will turn it off and turn the water pressure down to low to wash her face by hand. Before I bathe her body, I'm going to express her anal glands. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the bathing system, and then as soon as we get her glands expressed, I'll start washing her body. This is an external anal gland expression. Let me make sure I'm supposed to do her glands. Got a couple dogs. They don't get their glands. Shoot that one. Okay. Come here, baby. Come here. She's kind of spinning on me, and I want her head over here, so I'll move this little suction cup. That way I can turn her butt over here, and then I can express her glands. So, like I was saying, this is an external anal gland expression. All I'm doing is reaching underneath her rectum, and then locating the glands, and then lifting them and squeezing them out towards her bottom. That's how we express them, and hers expressed normally. They were pretty full. Color looks good though. Let's go ahead and wash the body now. Good. Good girl. Stay there. Okie dokie. Her body's washed now. I'm going to turn off the system. I'm going to get the soap out of the lines. Then I'll turn the pressure down low, and we'll get her head wet. As I'm doing this, I'm going to try to avoid getting water in her ears and her nose. It's okay if it gets in her eyes with a slow pressure. Good girl. Okay, now I'm going to apply the soap, and I'm going to try to apply it over her whole head while avoiding any getting in her ears, eyes, nose, or mouth. And as I start lathering it and scrubbing it in, if any part of her head doesn't lather, I'll add more soap to that spot until everything's nice and lathered, because that's how I know that it's actually clean. Good girl. It's okay. Okay, now I'm going to rinse her face off. I'm going to make sure I rinse out her eyes. I do not want any soap getting left in there. I'm pretty sure I didn't get any soap in there in the first place, but sometimes as you rinse, the soap can get in there. Hang on, Lotus. Hang on. Okay. So I'm just going to make sure that her eyes are rinsed out really well. Stay. And then slowly rinse off the rest of her face. she has a strong desire to shake, that could mean that there's water in her ears, and I should let her shake because she can probably get it out. Okay, her head feels pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and rinse off the rest of her body with higher pressure water, and I'll start under the leash to make sure that no soap gets trapped under there. Okay, now that she's all rinsed off, the last step is I'm going to squeeze out all the excess water on her body. And as I'm doing this, I am checking for any slippery, sudsy spots that are still on her body. If I feel something slippery, I'll look at my hand, check for any soap bubbles. If I find some, then I'll rinse her again, but I don't feel any, so we're good to go on her. Go ahead and grab a towel. Oh, looks like I gotta run out to the wash the dryer. Grab a towel real quick. Okay. Now towel drying is much faster than blow drying at getting the water off when she's really wet. But the towel can only absorb so much water. It can only dry her off so much before it won't absorb anything else. And that's where the blow dryer comes in. So I'll towel dry her off, get as much as I can, and then I will blow dry her to finish getting her completely dry. If I recall correctly, Lotus does not love the blow dryer. So I might have to slow down, particularly around her face. Just have the dryer further away and just move slower to make sure that she stays at least somewhat comfortable. We don't want her to ever be panicking or trying to jump off the table or anything like that. She loves to be right on the edge. Okay. The blow dryers are very loud. I use these earbuds in my own ears to give me some hearing protection. And I tear up these cotton balls and stick them in the dog's ears to give them some hearing protection. Similarly to the water, I do not want high velocity air getting in the dog's ears, eyes, nose, or mouth. So I will use the dryer on high for her body and legs, and then I'll put it on low. But even on low, this dryer is still very high velocity, so I will only have the dryer against her skin if I'm very confident she's going to hold still. If she's wiggling, or if I'm afraid that she might turn her head into the dryer and the dryer would go over her eyes or ears, I'll have it further away to make sure that it's low velocity air that's making contact with those areas. Let's get it going. She's not 100% dry, but she's about 95% dry, and that last little bit will dry on her face in the next like 10 or 15 minutes. So we can leave that where it is, head back up front and finish her haircut. Okay, Lotus. Come here, little monkey. Little wiggle monkey. Little wiggle monkey. Can you not? She just has to be on the edge of the table. What are we gonna do with you, little girl? Okay, to finish up her haircut, I am going to put a number 7 blade on. And we're going to shave the top of her head, her ears, and neck first. Actually, those spots are a tiny bit wet, so I'm going to start with her back. Yeah, we'll give that a little bit more time to dry. So I'm going to start shaving her back. Make sure it's number 7. An important step in getting the cut smooth is using this brush to do what I call back brushing. Back brushing fluffs up the hairs and it allows the clipper to cut them all evenly. If you don't back brush, you'll have a few sections of the hair that were lying down when you shaved it, and at some point they will get fluffed up, and then they'll be much longer than the rest of the body and it looks uneven. I always get so bored when I'm just shaving the dog's bodies. There's just not that much to explain. I back brush and I shave. And then I back brush and I shave. Boring. I'll put on some music. Didn't want me to hold her leg the way I was holding it. Gave me a little warning sound. where the heck that is. Come here, little one. Let me see this way. Good girl. I got you. I know. It's okay. Stay. Stay. Hey, no. Calm down.
Not enough to show.
Lotus.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to never into your phone. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. Don't let you ever feel scared. If you can, to make it better. And anytime you feel pain, hey Jude, remain. Don't carry the world on your shoulders.
Hang on, Lotus.
Who plays it cool?
Okay, shave your face now. Cotton balls are a little dirty. Go ahead and toss those. Probably need 2 more in each ear to get our ears clean.
Then you can start to make it better. So thank you. No, no, no.
Okay, we are getting close. Next step is to trim up her feet and her legs. We'll start with the bottom of her feet. Trim all the hairs that are growing past her pads.
Hey, Jude. No, no, no.
Then I will brush all the hairs on top of the foot towards the outside and around her foot. And then I will back brush all the hairs up and round the top of her foot. And then her foot's done. And now I can start working my way up her leg and check for any hairs that are long. Go ahead and trim them. Check her armpit.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now the blues are they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She would say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I know. Oh, yesterday, yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. I need somebody help, not just anybody help. You know, I need someone.
Hang on just a minute. My next customer's here. Hang on, Lotus. Good morning. forgot to turn the AC on. I'm over here sweating. Okay, let's finish up this beautiful little girl. I think I can, yeah, we'll send a message to her mom, start heading back. We're probably about 15 minutes away from finishing. Trying to gingerly, well, I'm trying to carefully lift this leg while supporting most of the weight. That way, the weight's not transferred onto her injured leg. Stay. Okay. Now we'll trim the outside edge of her ears. Fluff up the hairs. And I also find where the edge of the ear is. And then I trim close to it. Okay, and with those last trimmings, I think we are all done. I'm gonna go ahead and get a picture of her real quick. Lotus. Hey. What's this? You want a treat? Oh. What? What are you doing, silly? Trying to get her to lift her ears up. She doesn't want to. Not when I talk to her. No. Just this little pin back here, look. Yeah. Why won't you pick your ears up anymore, little one? Pick those ears up. Who's here? Huh? Oh, your mom's here. Mom's here. We gotta clean your ears still. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I'm gonna end the live stream right there. So, bye everybody.